Tell me the name of this compound. Tell me the UPSC name of this compound.
Butene dioic acid.
Butene dioic acid. Okay, good. You can also say it as a butene dioic acid, क्योंकि वो जो double bond है, it will be definitely present on the second carbon. You cannot have a double bond here, because if you are having a double bond here, this particular carbon will be having 5 bonds. So आप लोग अगर in case butene dioic acid अगर बोला है तो you will be definitely drawing this particular structure. No need to separately mention butene dioic acid, but कर सकते हो, not an issue. But even though if you drop that particular 2, won't be an issue. Butene dioic acid. Can you tell me the name of this compound? इस कंपाउंड का नाम क्या होगा? सेम ही तो है ना वो?
Yes, sir.
Even this compound is butene dioic acid. Butene dioic acid. But these are two different compounds. If you see the structure is not same. In this case, both the COH are oriented in the same direction. In this case, the COH are oriented in the opposite direction. Can you see that? ये जो particular carbon है, इसका hybridization बताओ. It is sp2. This is also sp2 because it is forming 1,5 bond. sp2 मतलब trigonal planar होगा. So this is the trigonal planar geometry. ये भी trigonal planar है. If both the COH are oriented in one direction, इन दोनों के बीच में जो distance है, suppose मान रहा हूँ मैं this distance as L1. If both the COH, ये भी trigonal planar है. If both the COH are oriented in the opposite directions, वो जो groups के बीच में जो distance है, is that same distance or a different distance?
Different.
A different distance. Can you see that? Because of the different distances between the groups, the interaction between the groups or among the groups will be different. If the interactions are different, the physical properties will change. So these two compounds, even though they are having the same molecular formula, their spatial orientation, space में वो जो groups का orientation जो है वो अलग है. Because of the different spatial orientation, you will be having different properties. If the molecules are having different properties, we will be considering them as two different molecules, but not the same molecule. So these two are called as cis and trans isomers. If the similar groups are on the same side, it is called as cis. Name में क्या हो जाएगा? It will become cis butene dioic acid. Okay. And यहाँ पे if two groups, similar groups are on the opposite side, then it is called as trans butene dioic acid. Okay. But rather than knowing these names, इनके common names है जो बहुत important है. The common name of this particular compound, cis के लिए, it is malic acid. Very, very important. Malic acid. इसके लिए common name जो है, it is called as fumaric acid. Fumaric acid. Very important to know these common names. Malic acid is the cis isomer. Fumaric acid is the trans isomer. Okay. ध्रुव एंड रिधिमा आप लोग को समझ में आ जाएगा. वेट फॉर सम टाइम. We will be starting a new chapter. उससे आपको समझ में आएगा.
Yes, sir.
मैलिक एसिड एंड फ्यूमेरिक एसिड। इनके अलावा और भी कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कंपाउंड्स है। डू यू नो द फॉर्मूला फॉर ऑक्सैलिक एसिड? एनीवन? ऑक्सैलिक एसिड रेडॉक्स में आप लोग इसके बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस किए होंगे। ऑक्सैलिक एसिड
H2C2O4.
वेरी गुड, इट इज H2C2O4। H2C2O4 मतलब उसका स्ट्रक्चर क्या होगा? C डबल बॉन्ड डो OH, C डबल बॉन्ड डो OH। ओके, क्लियर है? Ethane dioic acid is nothing but oxalic acid. Ethane dioic acid is nothing but oxalic acid. ओके, अभी इसमें क्या करेंगे? कुछ मॉडिफिकेशन करेंगे। मैलोनिक एसिड, मैलोनिक एसिड में हमको करना क्या है? बिटवीन COOH add a CH2 group or add a carbon. This is called as malonic acid. उसके बाद सक्सिनिक एसिड, सक्सिनिक एसिड, इसमें क्या करना है? यू नीड टू ऐड अनदर कार्बन। अभी आप लोग दो COH के बीच में you have added only one carbon in malonic acid. Now add one more carbon, it will give you succinic acid. If you are adding one more carbon, the acid which we get is called as glutaric acid. Glutaric acid. ग्लूटारिक एसिड में और एक कार्बन बढ़ाओ। CH2 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 C double bond OH. If you are adding one more carbon atom, it is called as adipic acid. It is called as adipic acid. करना क्या है आपको? You need to put another carbon atom. So CH2 कितना आ जाएंगे बीच में? 4. Okay, this is called as adipic acid. Extra information है जो हमको बाद में यूजफुल रहेगा, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन है। This is used as a monomer unit. Monomer unit in nylon 6,6. नाइलॉन करके सुना होगा आप लोग कहीं। नाइलॉन is a polymer. That particular polymer, this particular polymer is made up of two different types of monomer units. One of the monomer unit is adipic acid. इसके अंदर adipic acid इन्वॉल्व होता है। ओके, अभी याद रखा था आप लोग लास्ट में ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री के लास्ट चैप्टर है पॉलीमर्स, तब हम देखेंगे। ओके, नाइलॉन 6,6 एग्जैक्टली कैसे बनाते हैं, वी विल सी दैट। ओके, सो क्या कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे? ऑक्सैलिक एसिड के बाद दो COH के बीच में आई एम एडिंग 1 CH2. अकॉर्डिंगली आई एम गेटिंग डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एसिड्स। मैं जो नेम्स दे रहा हूँ, these are common names. You can write the UPSC name, right? This is ethane dioic acid, this is propane dioic acid, butane dioic acid, so on so forth. Okay, याद रखने के लिए O M S G A, उसके बाद P। आप लोग को होमवर्क है, what is the acid which is named or which starts with P? Okay, उसका name क्या हो जाएगा? IUPAC name क्या होगा? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is hexane dioic acid. Heptane dioic acid starts with the letter P. Okay, याद कैसे रखेंगे? Remember this as Ohm's gap. OMSGAP. Ohm's gap. Is that clear? We will be starting with oxalic acid. Oxalic acid means there is only COH and COH. Between two COH, you will be adding CH2 groups. Whenever you are increasing the CH2 groups, name में भी वो बढ़ता जाएगा. In the malonic acid, you have 1 CH2. In succinic acid, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that clear? Okay. Okay. So succinic acid के ऊपर आपको question है, I guess, in the material on succinic acid. So succinic acid is nothing but butane dioic acid. Okay. इनके अलावा और भी कुछ important compounds. The name of the compound is cinnamaldehyde. This is also one of the important compounds whose structure is benzene, then CH double bond, CH bond, C double bond OH. This is called as cinnamaldehyde. You have another important compound named protonaldehyde. So structure is CH3, benzene के जगह पे you have CH3. Can you tell me the IUPAC names of cinnamaldehyde and protonaldehyde? Anyone? Yashraj, please tell me the IUPAC name of cinnamaldehyde.
Yes, sir.
Please be louder.
Sir, benzene. एक मिनट.
If you are starting with benzene, then it's a wrong answer.
No, sir, वो पहले हाँ वो. एक मिनट. 1, 2, 3. Double bond, single bond. Sir, propanoid. No.
Vishwaraj, can you tell me the name of this compound? Cinnamaldehyde का IUPAC name चाहिए मुझे. Anushka, IUPAC name of cinnamaldehyde.
Sir, propane, benzenyl, phenol.
Please apply the rules. If you know the rules, हो जाएगा. Don't forget your rules. ये क्या हो गया? Propane, benzenyl, ये क्या है, Anushka? If you become scientist, then you can name whatever you want. Yashita,
Sir, prop 2 and all cyclohexene.
साइक्लोहेक्सिन कहाँ है यशिता यहाँ पे? वेयर इज साइक्लोहेक्सिन हियर?
Sir, sorry, benzene.
साइक्लोबेंजीन. Sojwal. Sojwal. Name of this compound.
Sir, propionyl phenyl.
देखो, you said propionyl phenyl. ये कुछ इनकम्प्लीट नेम जैसे नहीं लग रहा है. फिनाइल मतलब अल्काइल सब्स्टिट्यूएंट जैसा है ना. फिनाइल जैसा क्यों रुक जाएगा नाम? और कुछ हाँ आगे आगे जैसा नहीं लग रहा है तुमको? फिनाइल अल्काइल आइल के साथ कुछ नेम्स एंड होता है क्या? इतने सारे नेम्स लिखा हमने यूपीएससी नेम्स, कभी भी आइल के साथ नेम एंड हुआ?
No, sir.
No, right? So why do you say propionyl phenyl?
Sir,
Who is this? किसने सर कहा?
शिव प्रसाद.
हाँ
सर,
हाँ शिव प्रसाद. इसलिए वीडियो ऑन रखने के लिए बोलता हूँ, समझ ही नहीं आता है. हाँ शिव प्रसाद बोलो.
वो पहले मतलब अल्डिहाइड ग्रुप है वो.
हाँ वेरी गुड.
3 फिनाइल
वेरी
प्रोप,
गुड.
फिर 2 इनल.
वेरी गुड. बिल्कुल सही. अभी इन द साइड चेन इन जनरल फिनाइल ग्रुप जो है और बेंजीन रिंग जो है, इट इज ऑलवेज ट्रीटेड एज सब्स्टिट्यूएंट. ओके, ओनली बेंजीन कंपाउंड्स के ऊपर, बेंजीन कंपाउंड्स के ऊपर मतलब देयर आर सम स्पेशल कंपाउंड्स लाइक बेंजीन के ऊपर CHO है तो बेंजाल्डिहाइड. ओके, बेंजीन के ऊपर COH है तो बेंजोइक एसिड, बेंजीन के ऊपर NH2 है तो एनिलीन, बेंजीन के ऊपर OH है तो फिनॉल. ऐसा कुछ स्पेसिफिक नेम्स है. दिस इज नॉट दैट. ओके, अभी बेंजीन के ऊपर कुछ साइड चेन है, वो साइड चेन के अंदर CHO is the main functional group, so that benzene ring will be treated as substituent. Treat that as substituent and write the name. उसको substituent, वो substituent हुआ तो CHO is the major functional group. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. So it is 3 phenyl. Third question पे आपको phenyl group है. So this is 3 phenyl prop. Again no need to mention 2 क्योंकि obviously second carbon के ऊपर ही आना चाहिए double bond, first carbon के ऊपर नहीं आएगा. But if you want to mention that prop 2 enal. Any doubt? Is that clear? यहाँ पे रोटोनाल्डिहाइड का नेम एनीवन? यशराज प्लीज टेल मी. हाँ वरद तोरा.
Sir, butane.
ब्यूट 2 इनाल. बस हो गया. यहाँ पे 1 2 3 4 ब्यूट 2 इनाल. आया समझ में?
Yes.
Any doubt anyone? Please remember the basics. Whenever benzene के side chain में if you are having any functional group, then the benzene will be treated as substituent. Okay? Okay. ठीक है. इनके अलावा भी there are lot of other compounds with many common names. While we study the chapters, जब भी उनको encounter करेंगे तब देखते हैं. But these are some important compounds. इनके अलावा जो भी compounds अगर आगे कुछ आए तो we will mark them and we will remember then and there. Okay? We will start with very important. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, one more question was there in module of acetyl salicylic acid.
Acetyl salicylic acid. हाँ ठीक है, वो भी कर ही लेते हैं. Everyone. Yeah. Salicylic acid important है. Salicylic acid. salicylic acid whose form structure is benzene, उसके ऊपर OH and on the position पे you need to have COH. This is called as salicylic acid. Okay, phenol है और the position पे you have COH और benzoic acid है और the position पे you have OH. So you can also call this as orthohydroxy. Can I say that? Because COH is the major functional group. Orthohydroxy benzoic acid. Any doubt, anyone? Can I say this? O-hydroxy benzoic acid. Is that clear? Everyone? Okay. Acetyl salicylic acid मतलब acetyl salicylic acid, ये जो CH3 C double bond O, ये जो particular group है, this is called as acetyl group. Okay, इस group को if you are attaching onto the alcohol part, OH part, मतलब बनेगा क्या? यहाँ पे आपको O C double bond O CH3. This compound is called as acetyl salicylic acid, which is also called as aspirin. सुना होगा? Aspirin? Anyone? सुना होगा ना? Aspirin.
Yes, sir.
It is an important compound. This is nothing but acetyl salicylic acid. Okay. और एक compound भी देख ही लेते हैं, which is called as salicylaldehyde. Salicylaldehyde. एसिड में क्या किया हमने? सैलिसिलिक एसिड में COH लगाया. एल्डिहाइड मतलब क्या होगा? CHO.
So,
So put here CHO. This will be salicylaldehyde. Okay. ठीक है. All these are very important common names. So make note of these common names. We will be seeing them in different reactions. Okay. Now we will start with very important concept or very important chapter, which is called as general organic chemistry. अभी ये जो general organic chemistry में we will be seeing the basics of organic chemistry, and these basics are highly important for understanding any of the reactions of organic chemistry. Okay, so starting में I have written a heading which is factors influencing reactivity. In the factors influencing reactivity, we will be dealing with different effects called inductive effect, resonance, hyperconjugation. ऐसा कुछ terms है. Resonance के बारे में हमने chemical bonding में थोड़ा बहुत start किया. Why does resonance happen करके? And thermodynamics में भी उसके ऊपर questions भी किए थे. Resonance energy. How to calculate resonance energy? उसके ऊपर भी कुछ questions किए थे. We will understand in detail what is meant by resonance. Resonance is one of the factor that influences reactivity. इसके बारे में डिटेल में करते हैं. Before going into factors affecting reactivity, we will understand different types of fission of bonds. Fission of bonds का मतलब क्या है? Fission is nothing but breaking it. There are two types of fission: homolytic fission and heterolytic fission. नेम में ये homo मतलब same और equal breaking. Heterolytic fission मतलब unequal breaking. दोनों देखते हैं. यहाँ पे देखो. If you are having a covalent bond B, if you don't have any electronegativity difference between A and B, or the electronegativity difference is very less, in that case, in any covalent bond, you will be having two electrons. If there is no electronegativity difference, both the electrons will be present at the center, right? If I am trying to break such a bond, ये जो दो electrons में one of the electron will be taken by A and the other electron will be taken by B. क्योंकि ये दो electrons जो भी आया है, in the covalent bond, one of the electron is contributed by A and the other electron is contributed by B. whenever I'm breaking such a bond where the electronegativity difference between A and B is very less, होगा क्या? In the covalent bond, one electron will be taken by B and the other electron will be taken by A, which results in the formation of intermediates called free radicals. These substances are called as free radicals. मतलब क्या है? एक specific example देता हूँ. If you are having carbon, कुछ तो you can have some substituents. Carbon का valency 4 है, इसलिए 4 bonds दिखाया मैं. These 3 bonds can be with any other element. ये कार्बन कार्बन के बीच में बॉन्ड है. These 3 bonds can be with any other elements or any other groups. Is there any electronegativity difference between these 2 carbons? No, right? Because both of them are carbons. If I am trying to break such a bond, what will happen is it will result in the formation of, ये bonds को तो affect नहीं किया मैं. Sorry. These bonds are not affected. ये bond break होके इसके ऊपर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जैसा आया है. Plus these bonds are as it is and इसके ऊपर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जैसा आया है. This particular intermediate that got formed, it is called as free radical. Let us analyze the number of electrons present in the outermost shell of this particular free radical. इस कार्बन के अंदर initially कितने electrons है इस कार्बन में? It is forming 4 bonds. If it is forming 4 bonds, you are having 8 electrons in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whenever I am breaking the bond, इसके पास एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन आया है. अभी कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इसके पास? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a free radical is an odd electron species. Odd electron मतलब you are having 7 electrons, right? It is an odd electron species. उसका octet complete नहीं है. इसका मतलब it is electron deficient. As it requires only one more electron to complete its octet, it is highly reactive. क्योंकि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आया तो उसके पास 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो जाएगा. It is highly reactive species, free radicals. These particular species are in general obtained as intermediates. Intermediates मतलब reaction start करेंगे, बीच में कुछ intermediate बनेगा before the final product. I will be reacting something with something. Before getting the final product, I will be getting these intermediates. Via those intermediates, I will be getting the final product. Okay. So बीच में कुछ free radical जैसे कब बनेगा? Whenever you are having no electronegativity difference or least electronegativity difference between 2 atoms. If I am breaking such bond, I will be getting some species called free radicals, or those are odd electron species. Odd electrons मतलब उनके outermost shell में 7 electrons है इसमें. Is that clear? Okay. इसको free radical को break करते समय we usually indicate the fission as ऐसा कुछ करते हैं. इसमें से इस बॉन्ड में से 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन बी ने लिया, दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन ए ने लिया. We will be representing that by half-headed arrow. Half-headed or fish hook arrow. Fish hook जैसा है ना ये. Fish को कैच करने के लिए ऐसा कुछ यूज करते हैं ना. This particular arrow is called as half-headed arrow or fish hook arrow to represent the homolytic fission. Okay. Each atom separates with 1 electron, leading to a formation of highly reactive species known as free radicals. Radicals are neutral. Can you see any charge inside them? No, right? So free radicals are neutral and they are also odd electron species. In this particular case, carbon के outermost shell में electrons कितना है? 7 electrons. I hope that is clear. Okay. Okay. So the intermediates that are going to be generated if you are having homolytic fission are called as free radicals, which are odd electron species and in general highly reactive. Next, if you are having heterolytic fission, homolytic fission कब हुआ? When there is no electronegativity difference between A and B. If you are having electronegativity difference between A and B, in that case, suppose if B is more electronegative than A, होगा क्या? Both the bonded electrons will be towards B. In that case, if I am trying to break the bond, B will be taking both the electrons present in the bond and A के ऊपर positive charge आ जाएगा. इस केस में हेटेरोलिटिक फिशन हो गया. हेटेरोलिटिक मतलब अनइक्वल फिशन. बोथ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर टेकन बाय बी. सो बी के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज आया, बी के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज आया एंड ए के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज आया. एंड इस पर्टिकुलर केस में सपोज लेते हैं, कुछ एग्जांपल्स लेते हैं. आई एम हैविंग कार्बन which is attached to chlorine. मान लेते हैं it is attached to chlorine. Which is more electronegative out of carbon and chlorine?
Chlorine.
Chlorine is more electronegative. If chlorine is more electronegative, both the electrons will be towards chlorine. If I'm trying to break such bond, both the electrons will be taken by chlorine and it will result in the formation of कार्बन. दोनों इलेक्ट्रॉन्स क्लोरीन ने ले लिया, सो इसके ऊपर पॉजिटिव आ जाएगा क्योंकि कार्बन के इलेक्ट्रॉन को उसने ले लिया, एंड क्लोरीन के ऊपर नेगेटिव आ जाएगा. ओके, नेगेटिव क्यों आया? खुद के इलेक्ट्रॉन के साथ साथ कार्बन के इलेक्ट्रॉन आ गया उसके पास, इसलिए क्लोरीन के ऊपर नेगेटिव. कार्बन का इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लोरीन को चला गया, इसलिए कार्बन के ऊपर पॉजिटिव. ये जो पर्टिकुलर स्पीशीज बनाया हमने, दिस पर्टिकुलर स्पीशीज कॉल्ड एज कार्बोकैटियन. कार्बन का जो भी कैटियन है, इट इज कॉल्ड एज कार्बोकैटियन. ये कब होगा? whenever the carbon is attached to an element which is more electronegative than carbon. In that case, the electronegative element will be pulling electrons towards itself and it will be converting into negatively charged species, leaving the carbon as cation, which is called as carbocation. Okay? और एक केस क्या हो सकता है? Carbon attached to less electronegative element than carbon मतलब in general metals. If there is a bond between carbon and magnesium का वैलेंसी 2 है ना, इसलिए उसको 2 बॉन्ड शो कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे MgCl. In this case, magnesium is attached to chlorine as well as magnesium is attached to carbon. I am breaking the bond between carbon and magnesium. Out of carbon and magnesium, which is more electronegative, magnesium is a metal and carbon is non-metal. So obviously carbon का electronegativity ज़्यादा होगा. So the electrons will be towards carbon. If I am breaking such bond, both the electrons will be taken by carbon and it will result in the formation of a species where you have negative charge on the carbon plus Mg positive Cl. This species is called as carbanion. कार्बन का जो भी आयन है, एनियन है, इट इज कॉल्ड एज कार्बानियन. कार्बन का जो भी कैटियन है, इट इज कॉल्ड एज कार्बोकैटियन. कैन यू टेल मी द नंबर ऑफ outermost electrons in carbon, in carbocation, in carbanion, in carbocation and in carbanion? कितने रहेंगे?
6.
Carbocation 6, carbanion 8.
Carbocation 6 and carbanion 8. यहाँ पे देखो आप लोग, you are having 3 bonds. 3 bonds मतलब you are having 6 electrons. Initially कितना रहा इस कार्बन के ऊपर? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. वो 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स में से ये 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को किसने ले लिया? क्लोरीन ने ले लिया. सो अभी कार्बन के ऊपर 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही है. क्लियर? उसके बाद इसमें 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. नेगेटिव चार्ज इंडिकेट्स, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दिस, ए नेगेटिव चार्ज इंडिकेट्स 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. एक इलेक्ट्रॉन खुद का है, दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन वो क्लोरीन या वो मैग्नीशियम का है. ओके, व्हेनेवर यू रिप्रेजेंट नेगेटिव चार्ज, उसके ऊपर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रहेगा. 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, और नेगेटिव चार्ज इसी वजह से आया है बिकॉज एक इलेक्ट्रॉन तो खुद का ही है, दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन दूसरे एलिमेंट का है, हेंस यू आर हैविंग ए नेगेटिव चार्ज ऑन दैट. इज दैट क्लियर? ओके, so what are the different types of intermediates which you can have? Either you can have a carbon free radical which is obtained by homolytic fission, and carbon free radical के अंदर कितने electrons है? It is a 7 electron species. Or you can have carbocation which is positively charged and it is 6 electron species. Carbanion negatively charged and it is 8 electron species. If we see about the reactivity of these species, carbon free radical में और carbocation में the octet is not complete. If the octet is not complete, I can say they are highly reactive. But out of carbon free radical and carbocation, carbon free radical is even more reactive क्योंकि उसको एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए. कार्बोकैटियन के लिए 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स चाहिए. So rate of reaction carbon free radical का ज्यादा रहेगा when compared to carbon carbocation. Okay. Carbanion being an 8 electron species, it is relatively less reactive क्योंकि उसका octet तो complete हुआ ना. It is relatively less reactive when compared to carbon free radical and carbocation. But उसका भी reactivity रहेगा ये because it is negatively charged. In general, ions are reactive. Whenever you have charge, they will be reacting. Neutral species are less reactive. Is that clear? Everyone? Everyone, please put your video on. Ridhima, Dhruv, आप लोग भी अपने वीडियो को ऑन रखो. And आज absent कौन है? I think अतर्व नहीं आया. और कौन? ठीक है. Okay. We will start with factors affecting, influencing or affecting reactivity. The first factor which we are interested in is inductive effect. Again, before understanding inductive effect, thoda recap of chemical bonding. In chemical bonding, we have seen a term called polarization of the bond. Okay. Polarization of the bond का मतलब क्या है? Suppose if you are having a covalent bond, hydrogen और Cl के बीच में covalent bond है. If there is electronegativity difference, what will happen? The element which is more electronegative will be pulling the electrons towards itself. As a result, the element will be gaining partial negative charge, and the other element which is less electronegative will be gaining partial positive charge. We say that this particular bond is polarized, or the bond is polar covalent bond. If there is no electronegativity difference, the bond will be non-polar. But because of the electronegativity difference, the bond got polarized. And this case में हुआ क्या है? The electrons are just shifting or they are just migrating. The electrons are not transferred on the elements. उसी bond में the electrons are migrating. Either they are going towards chlorine or they are going towards hydrogen. The one which is more electronegative will be pulling the electrons towards itself. So chlorine के पास चला गया electrons. So इस case में क्या हुआ? There is just shifting of electrons. If you are having an ionic bond के केस में क्या होता है? There is bond ionization, or else the electrons are transferred onto the atoms. Chlorine is completely bearing the electron of sodium, and the sodium is losing the electron. In this case, there is transfer of electrons. Whenever you have transfer of electrons, the charges will be significant. इसके अंदर +1 और -1 charge है. Whenever you are having mere shifting of electrons, मतलब अभी यहाँ पे केवल shifting हुआ electrons, there is no transfer. Because of the shifting of electrons, you are having only partial charges, or these charges are less significant, partial positive and partial negative. Okay. So इसको represent करने के लिए कैसे कर सकते हैं? If there is no bond polarization, the electron density between A and B will be uniform, or the electron cloud is uniform, then there is no polarization. If you are having B more electronegative than A, the electron cloud will be migrating towards B. Even now there is some electron cloud at A, so there is no transfer of electrons, there is only shifting of electron. समझ में आ रही है वाला part? So यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? यहाँ पे जो electron density है relatively कम हुआ, यहाँ पे थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया. Clear है? So electron cloud is polarized towards P. There is bond polarization, and because of bond polarization, you are having partial charges. As electron cloud is only shifted, not transferred. If it is transferred, you will be having complete charges. Clear hai? Or you will be having some significant amount of charges. In this case, these charges are not so significant. मतलब उतना ज़्यादा नहीं है. I hope that point is obvious. Okay. Represent करने के लिए, if there is no polarization, electrons दोनों बीच में है. If there is ionization, that B is taking both the electrons. If there is just polarization, there is shifting or migration of electrons towards P. Okay. ये कब हो सकता है? When can you have all these things? If carbon is attached to a group which is more electronegative than carbon, in that case there will be shifting of electrons towards this particular group. For bond polarization के case, if the electronegativity of the group is less than the electronegativity of the carbon, sorry, is almost equal to the electronegativity of the carbon. In that case, the electrons will be present at the center. In that case, there is no polarization. Example, कार्बन कार्बन के साथ ही बॉन्ड बनाया या कार्बन हाइड्रोजन के साथ बॉन्ड बनाया. हाइड्रोजन का इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी 2.1 है ना, कार्बन का इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी 2.5 है. So 2.1, 2.5, the difference is not so high. क्लोरीन और हैलोजेंस के साथ ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन, in cases में the electrons are shifted towards the group. If you are having metals, in that case the electrons are shifted towards carbon. In that case the electrons are shifted towards carbon. If the electronegativity difference is very very high, तब मैं ये बोल सकता हूँ the electrons in a way are getting transferred onto the carbon, or it is significantly polar. बहुत ज्यादा polar हो सकता है, provided these have very less electronegativity. In general, metals have very less electronegativity, being highly electropositive. Okay, and those compounds are called as, if there is a bond between carbon and metal, then the compounds are in general called as organometallic compounds. What are organometallic compounds? The compounds where there is bond between carbon and metal. They are called as organometallic compounds. Any doubt, anyone? इस केस में कार्बन के पास इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रहेगा और the bond will be polarized towards carbon. In this case, the bond will be polarized towards the group. In this case, there is no polarization. Clear? Okay. Now let us understand inductive effect. In order to understand inductive effect, I am taking the molecule of alkyl halide. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है केवल alkyl halides में inductive effect रहेगा. I am taking an example for understanding inductive effect. What is meant by alkyl halide? What is the general representation of alkyl halide? ये जो RH है, this is the representation for alkane. Alkane is the representation for alkane. If you are removing one of the hydrogen, what we get is alkyl group. इस particular alkyl group को if you are adding halogen, it is called as alkyl halide. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. So I am taking one alkyl halide. Carbon, there can be some groups attached to it. As of now, I am not mentioning any specific groups. यहाँ पे halogen लगाया. Tell me, out of carbon and halogen, which is more electronegative?
Halogen.
Halogen is more electronegative. So that halogen will be pulling electrons more towards itself. As a result, इस halogen के ऊपर you will be getting partial negative charge, and इस carbon के ऊपर you will be getting partial positive charge. Any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
अब क्या होगा? This carbon has now become electron deficient. Electron deficient किस वजह से हुआ? Because the halogen has pulled electrons towards itself. So इस carbon के ऊपर partial positive charge आया, or else it is becoming electron deficient. Now what this carbon tries to do is, it will try to pull electrons from the adjacent carbon. Reason क्या है? इसके अंदर जो भी electron density है वो कम हुआ है. So in order to compensate that, or whenever it is becoming electron deficient, it is becoming more and more electronegative. उसका electronegativity थोड़ा बढ़ रहा है. Can I say that? If we are having हम chemical bonding में, if we are having more and more positive oxidation state, the electronegativity of the element increases. If we are having more and more negative oxidation state, the electronegativity of the element decreases. ऐसा कुछ statement हमने बात किया. Or else whenever something is becoming electron deficient, it will try to pull the electrons towards itself. Or else उसका electronegativity in a way क्या हुआ? बढ़ा है. Okay. But अभी partial positive charge की वजह से जो भी electrons इस carbon से अंदर से वो खींचेगा, it won't be that high because there is no actual initial electronegativity difference between carbon and carbon. It will try to pull electrons, but the amount of electrons that it is going to pull, it will be very less. इन दोनों के बीच में what is the reason for that polarization? The actual reason is because of the initial electronegativity difference. Halogen being more electronegative, it has pulled electrons towards itself. अभी ये जो कार्बन है इसके अंदर से क्यों इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पुल कर रहे हैं? बिकॉज दिस हैज बिकम इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट, उसके वजह से वो पुल कर रहे हैं। बट एक्चुअल में इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिफरेंस कार्बन कार्बन के बीच में इनिशियली है क्या कुछ? नो, राइट? सो द एक्सटेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स that are going to be pulled will be further less. ये delta positive है तो it will be pulling electrons delta delta positive. Okay? And इसके ऊपर, इस कार्बन के ऊपर चार्ज क्या आएगा? डेल्टा डेल्टा नेगेटिव। समझ में आया? Anyone any doubt here?
No.
Okay? और जो डेल्टा है, इनिशियल डेल्टा है, that is because of polarization of bond between carbon and X. Because of this carbon becoming electron deficient, it is now trying to pull electrons from the adjacent carbon. As there is no initial electronegativity difference, the amount of pull will be relatively less. So इसके ऊपर जो charge आएगा partial partial negative आएगा, इसके ऊपर partial partial positive आएगा. So I can also say ये जो delta है, this is much greater when compared to delta delta. Okay. Okay. अभी इसके बाद can you expect something else now? अभी ये जो कार्बन है, this has become electron deficient, so it will try to pull electrons from the adjacent carbon. Again, will that pull electrons to the same extent or relatively थोड़ा कम extent में? थोड़ा कम extent pull करेगा. Very good. So अभी इसके ऊपर partial positive आएगा, इस कार्बन के ऊपर partial negative आएगा. Again I can say delta delta will be much greater than delta 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 triple delta. Okay? अब होता क्या है, ऑलरेडी ये जो डेल्टा 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 ये सब चीजें इतना कम है, आफ्टर द थर्ड कार्बन, अभी यहाँ पे भी यू मे थिंक दैट दिस विल बी पुलिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्रॉम दिस कार्बन, बट ऑलरेडी ये जो डेल्टा 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 इतना कम है, आफ्टर द थर्ड कार्बन जो भी इफेक्ट प्रोपेगेट हो रहे हैं, आई कैन से इट इज ऑलमोस्ट नेग्लिजिबल बिकॉज ऑफ द सिग्निफिकेंट डिक्रीज इन द चार्जेस. इसके बाद भी आप लोग ऐसा कुछ लिख सकते हो, दिस विल बी 4 times डेल्टा पॉजिटिव एंड इसके ऊपर 4 times डेल्टा नेगेटिव आएगा. बट नो नीड टू कंसिडर दैट, क्योंकि डेल्टा ही इतना कम है, डेल्टा डेल्टा भी और भी कम है, ट्रिपल डेल्टा तो और भी नेग्लिजिबल हो गया. सो वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन द फोर्थ कार्बन चार्ज. ओके, सो ओवरऑल मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ, on this particular carbon what is the net charge? You are having delta positive, delta delta negative. If I add both of these, what will be the net charge?
Delta positive.
Delta positive only, क्योंकि delta delta I am considering that to be much less when compared to delta. So इन दोनों को ऐड करने से आपको delta ही रहेगा. इन दोनों को ऐड करने से क्या आएगा? इन दोनों को, इन दो चार्जेस को ऐड करने से क्या आएगा?
डेल्टा पॉजिटिव.
ये वाला delta delta positive.
हाँ.
Okay. So if I want to represent overall charges on the carbon chain, carbon please concentrate everyone. All these concepts may seem to be very easy, but जब इनका applications देखेंगे तब आपको confusion आ सकता है. So overall हम represent क्या करेंगे, इसके ऊपर delta negative, इसके ऊपर partial delta, इसके ऊपर partial, इसके ऊपर triple delta positive. Any doubt? Okay. So what is happening is, because of attachment of a polarizing group on the carbon chain, you are inducing some charges inside the carbon chain. If there is no polarizing group, will there be any charges on these carbon atoms? No, right? Because of the attachment of the polarizing group, I am having some charges inside the carbon chain, or the charges got induced. Hence, this effect is called as inductive effect. The charges are induced inside the carbon chain because of the attachment of a polarizing group. Is that clear? Okay. Is this particular effect a permanent effect or a temporary effect? Matlab, are the charges on those carbon atoms, are they permanent or are they temporary?
permanent.
They're permanent, right? As long as the
Yeah.
X is attached to the carbon chain, you will always see some charges, partial charges on these carbon atoms. There is some redistribution of the electron density. Okay. The effect is the permanent effect. Is the effect a weak effect or a strong effect? Weak or strong हम किस basis में हम बात करेंगे? Based on the extent of charges. If the extent of charge is very significant, then we say it is a strong effect. If the charges are partial, we say in general it is a weak effect. So इसमें जो भी charges आपको दिख रहे हैं, are they significant charges or insignificant?
Insignificant.
Relatively less, right? The charges are relatively less. So this particular effect is considered as very weak effect. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. उसके बाद ये जो weak effect इसी वजह से हुआ है because the electrons are just shifted, they are not transferred, and the shifting of electrons is happening through these strong sigma bonds. Sigma bonds are stronger bonds, and उन sigma bonds में electrons को shift करना थोड़ा relatively tough ही रहेगा. Okay, hence the electrons are not transferred, they are just migrated. Electrons जो है इधर से इधर थोड़ा shift हुआ, migrate हुआ. Hence the amount of charges you are getting are partial. Had there been transfer of electrons, you will be having significant charges. There is only shifting of electrons, hence the charges are partial. The shifting of electrons is happening through strong sigma bonds. As a result, the effect is very weak. Clear है? आप लोग बोर हो रहे क्या? No, right? Okay, then please sit straight. हाथ ऐसा करके ऐसा मत करो. Okay, ठीक है. Clear है? So कुछ points. This is the case when you are having straight chain. Let us see the effect of branching. मतलब अगर उस कार्बन के ऊपर branches रहा तो कार्बन branches रहा तो क्या होगा? Okay, मतलब क्या है? एक स्पेसिफिक एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं. कार्बन, यहाँ पे कार्बन रख दिया, कार्बन रख दिया, कार्बन है, इसके ऊपर एक कार्बन, इसके ऊपर एक हैलोजन रख दिया. The carbon that is directly attached to halogen, it will be having partial positive, and इस कार्बन से जो भी directly attached कार्बन रहेगा, उनके ऊपर partial positive होगा. इस कार्बन से जो भी attached कार्बन रहेगा, उनके ऊपर triple positive, triple delta positive, triple delta positive. This is the effect of branching. Okay, clear है? So कार्बन से डायरेक्टली अटैच्ड कार्बन्स को देखो, अगर इसके ऊपर पार्शियल डेल्टा है तो उन बाकी कार्बन्स के ऊपर पार्शियल आएगा. अगर उसके ऊपर पार्शियल है तो बाकी अटैच्ड कार्बन्स के ऊपर ट्रिपल डेल्टा पॉजिटिव. एनी डाउट एनीवन? वेरी गुड. ओके, सो पॉइंट्स देखते हैं. ये अभी जो समझाया उसी के ऊपर पॉइंट्स लिखा मैंने. प्लीज गो थ्रू दिस. देखो, स्टार्टिंग में यहाँ पे पार्शियल नेगेटिव, इसके अटैच्ड कार्बन के ऊपर पार्शियल पॉजिटिव, पार्शियल, ट्रिपल पार्शियल. इसके ऊपर देयर इज डेल्टा नेगेटिव. आई एम इग्नोरिंग दिस इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ डेल्टा बिकॉज डेल्टा इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी मच ग्रेटर व्हेन कंपेयर्ड टू डेल्टा. इज दैट क्लियर? ओके, सो ओवरऑल आपको ऐसा कुछ लग रहा है. This entire carbon chain is giving electrons to this particular halogen. Okay, and this particular halogen is withdrawing electrons from this carbon chain. This carbon chain is releasing electrons to halogen, and the halogen is withdrawing electrons from the carbon chain. So inductive effect में, in general, we define two types of groups. One is electron withdrawing group, and the other is electron releasing group. Electron withdrawing group withdraws electrons from the carbon chain, and electron releasing groups releases electrons into the carbon chain. Okay, so यहाँ पे ये जो halogen है, it is withdrawing electrons from the carbon chain. This particular halogen is withdrawing electrons from the carbon chain. So खुद के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज आया as it is withdrawing electrons. इस कार्बन को छोड़ के आप लोग इस रिमाइनिंग चेन को देखो. This you can take the entire carbon chain as well. The entire carbon chain is releasing electrons into this particular halogen. But definition में हम ऐसे कुछ बात करते हैं. Electron releasing groups are those groups which releases electrons into the carbon chain. So ये वाला particular part देखा तो these are releasing electrons into this carbon chain ना, यहाँ पे कार्बन को इलेक्ट्रॉन दे रहे जैसे लग रहे ना, ओके, और else इस entire carbon chain के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज आया, hence it is called as electron releasing group. इस halogen group के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज आया, hence it is called as electron withdrawing group. क्लियर है? ओके, इलेक्ट्रॉन withdrawing groups जो है they are indicated by symbol -I. इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीजिंग ग्रुप्स जो है, ये जो पर्टिकुलर पार्ट, it is indicated by symbol +I. I indicates inductive effect. In the inductive effect or through inductive effect, it is withdrawing electrons. After withdrawal electrons, खुद के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज आया, इसलिए -I. After releasing electrons, खुद के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज आया, इसलिए +I. So a -I group is one which withdraws electrons. A +I group is one which releases electrons. Clear? Okay. चलो देखते हैं. Let us read these points. The imbalance of electrons caused by the polarizing group forces the carbon to seek electrons from the next nearest bond. The imbalance of electrons caused by the polarizing group forces this particular carbon to seek electrons from the nearest bond. And this effect propagates through the carbon chain. This effect on the electron distribution, and the electron distribution is getting changed in the sigma bonds. Okay. And as the sigma bonds are stronger, the shifting is only partial, or the shifting is very less. The electrons are not getting transferred. Okay. This effect on the electron distribution in sigma bonds is called as inductive effect. Is that clear? First statement. Okay. The effect goes on diminishing as we move away from the polarizing group. This is because electron shifting takes place through strong sigma bonds. It also diminishes after the third carbon. Diminishes matlab we take that almost equal to 0. After the third carbon, we in general neglect the inductive effect. It is a weak effect because you are having just displacement of electrons, and the displacement of electrons is happening through sigma bonds, strong sigma bonds. यहाँ पे weak करके कुछ लिखा है, कट कर लेना. Weak नहीं है, strong sigma bonds. Inductive effect is a permanent effect. मतलब ये जो charges है, they will be present permanently on these carbon atoms. It is a permanent effect and can be correlated with the dipole moment. What is meant by dipole moment? हमने chemical bonding में पढ़ा. Mu is equals to Q into D. Mu equal to Q into D, where Q is the charge and D is the distance between the charges. जितना ज़्यादा charge रहेगा, more is the charge. Can I say more will be the dipole moment? Okay. Clear है? So inductive effect can be correlated with dipole moment का मतलब क्या है? उस molecule के अंदर measure the dipole moment. If the dipole moment value is more, I can say the inductive effect is more in that. मतलब the charges that got induced are more. Clear है? Okay. Okay. This is the effect of branching. Carbon से directly attached branches को you will be getting the partial, यहाँ पे partial delta, यहाँ पे partial delta, and इसके ऊपर partial delta. I hope that's clear. Okay. Yeah, tell me. Any doubt?
So what is meant by inductive?
Inductive, charges got induced. Induction. The dictionary meaning is induce होना. Induce होना मतलब पहले से नहीं है. You don't have any charges initially. You are inducing the charges. You are inducing the charge because of the polarizing group. अगर वो polarizing group नहीं होता तो ये सारा induction नहीं होगा. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The charges are getting induced because of the electronegativity difference. Clear है? Okay. Okay. अगर आप लोग यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्व किया तो this is nothing but an alkyl group. Alkyl group are in general electron releasing groups because इनके ऊपर खुद के ऊपर क्या आ रहे हैं, पॉजिटिव चार्ज आ रहे हैं ना. And can I also say इसके कंपैरिजन में this is more electron releasing क्योंकि यहाँ पे this is partial positive, this is attached to one carbon, ये 3 कार्बन इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है देखो, this is attached to 2 carbons which are releasing partial positive, which is attached to 2 more carbons that are releasing partial. So यहाँ पे overall आपको 1 2 3 4 5 5 कार्बन रिलीज कर रहे हैं ना. ओके, जितना ज्यादा पार्शियल पॉजिटिव रहेगा उतना बेटर होगा. पार्शियल पॉजिटिव तो एक ही रह सकता है. अगर इसके ऊपर और एक कार्बन आ गया, then 3 carbons will be donating partial positive. समझ में आ रहा है? So greater are the carbon atoms in the alkyl group, more will be the inductive effect. Can I say that? More will be its electron releasing effect. So यहाँ पे मैंने इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीजिंग ग्रुप्स और इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप्स के बारे में डेफिनेशन लिखा. इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीजिंग ग्रुप्स release electrons into the carbon chain, or also we say that plus I effect. Electron withdrawing groups withdraw electrons from the carbon chain, also called as minus I effect. 5 मिनट रुको, छोड़ देता हूँ. Please bear with me 5 minutes. Very important अभी ये जो सेक्शन पढ़ने वाले हैं. Please concentrate. Plus I effect, minus I effect. ये समझ में आया? Plus I effect मतलब the groups are releasing electrons. Minus I effect मतलब the groups are withdrawing electrons. प्लस करके क्यों लिखा? आफ्टर द इफेक्ट द ग्रुप इज अचीविंग ए पॉजिटिव चार्ज. माइनस करके क्यों लिखा? आफ्टर द इफेक्ट द ग्रुप इज अचीविंग ए नेगेटिव चार्ज. क्लियर? ओके. अल्काइल ग्रुप्स आर इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेटिंग ग्रुप्स. इन जनरल ग्रेटर इज द कार्बन एटम्स, नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स इन द अल्काइल ग्रुप, ग्रेटर इज द प्लस इफेक्ट. यहाँ पे देखते हैं, दिस इज द डिफरेंट, these are different plus I groups and I have given the order. मतलब कौन ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज करेगा. एक बार आप लोग भी सोचो, इस पर्टिकुलर ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज है. नेगेटिव चार्ज का मतलब क्या है? इट इज हैविंग मोर एंड मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी. सो इट विल ऑलवेज ट्राई टू पुश दैट पर्टिकुलर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी, क्योंकि खुद का इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है ना. यू मे थिंक दैट ऑक्सीजन इज मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव. ऑक्सीजन मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव ठीक है, बट वो न्यूट्रल है तो इट विल बी पुलिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. दिस इज नॉट न्यूट्रल हियर. इट इज हैविंग नेगेटिव चार्ज. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट नेगेटिव चार्ज ऑन इटसेल्फ, इट इज ट्राइंग टू पुश दोस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. आया समझ में? Okay, whenever there is positive charge on any atom, the electronegativity of it increases. Whenever there is negative charge on any atom, the electronegativity on it decreases. Negative charge मतलब खुद का electrons नहीं है, so it will always try to push those particular electrons because the nucleus is unable to control that. Is that clear? So this is acting as plus I group. CO minus. यहाँ पे भी क्या हुआ? There is negative charge, but negative charge क्या हुआ? थोड़ा दूर चला गया ना. This is not directly attached. यहाँ पे क्या करने वाला? I will be attaching the carbon chain. I will be attaching the carbon chain. I am talking about only the groups. Clear है? So this particular group, in this case, the negative charge carbon is not directly attached to this particular carbon chain. बीच में C double bond है, इसलिए इसका इंडक्टिव इफेक्ट जो है रिलेटिवली कम हुआ है. You need to remember this order, very important. इसमें तो ठीक है, आसान है. इसमें क्या हो गया? This is called as 3 degree. Everyone, this is called as 3 degree alkyl group. 3 degree का मतलब क्या है? The carbon that is attached to 3 more carbons, it is called as 3 degree carbon. The carbon that is attached to 2 more carbons, it is called as 2 degree carbon. If it is attached to only 1 carbon, 1 degree, this is called as methyl. Is that clear? More are the number of carbon atoms, more will be the plus I effect. So इसमें 4 है, इसमें 3 है, इसमें 2 है, इसमें 1 ही है. Clear? उसके बाद ट्रिटियम, ड्यूटेरियम, हाइड्रोजन करके कुछ लिखा. These are nothing but isotopes. Tritium and deuterium are isotopes of hydrogen. Heavier is the isotope, more will be the inductive effect. मास जितना ज्यादा रहेगा, इंडक्टिव इफेक्ट ज्यादा होता है. Experimentally obtained. Heavier is the isotope, more is the inductive effect. And ये जो inductive effects जो order जो भी measure किया, that is with respect to hydrogen. मतलब हाइड्रोजन और इसके बीच में बॉन्ड बनाओ. The oxygen is giving electrons to that particular hydrogen. ऐसा कुछ सोचना है हमको. Okay? All these effects are measured with respect to hydrogen as reference. हाइड्रोजन के साथ जो भी कार्बन चेन को बॉन्ड बना रहा हूँ, in that case we will be saying that there is no inductive effect क्योंकि वो रेफरेंस है ना. उसके रेस्पेक्ट में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का मूवमेंट है. If it is going towards the group, it will be called as minus I group. If it is going away from the group, the electrons, it will be called as plus I group. मतलब electrons दे रहे, electrons खींच रहे तो group के पास electrons जा रहे. All these values are measured with respect to hydrogen. Hydrogen is taken as reference. Clear है? Okay. Heavier is the isotope, more will be the inductive effect. So एक example भी यहाँ पे मैंने नहीं लिखा, अभी लिखता हूँ. Suppose if you are having CT3, CD3 and CH3, सब मिथाइल ग्रुप ही है, बट हाइड्रोजन के प्लेस में एक पे ट्रिटियम है, ड्यूटेरियम है, देन यू हैव नॉर्मल हाइड्रोजन. नॉर्मल हाइड्रोजन आल्सो कॉल्ड एज प्रोटियम ना. इसमें प्लस इफेक्ट की ऑर्डर क्या रहेगा?
ग्रेटर देन
CD3 सबसे ज्यादा रहेगा,
हाँ.
बिकॉज उसका मास सबसे ज्यादा है, देन CD3, देन CH3. ओके. Similarly, I have given another order for minus A effect. Please remember this order too. ये वाला order भी याद रखना है आपको, क्योंकि all these orders are experimentally obtained by taking hydrogen as reference. आप लोग अगर देखा तो NR3 positive को सबसे ज्यादा दिया, because the nitrogen is bearing positive charge. Positive charge मतलब it is becoming electron deficient. Hence it will try to pull more and more electrons. Normal nitrogen तो ज्यादा electronegative है ही है, अगर उसके ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज आया तो और ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव होगा ना. ओके. हेंस उसका सबसे ज्यादा हुआ. नेक्स्ट NO2. NO2 का स्ट्रक्चर आप लोग ड्रॉ किया तो N डबल बॉन्ड O, उसके ऊपर नेगेटिव, इसके ऊपर पॉजिटिव. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ NO2. सो इधर भी आप लोग नाइट्रोजन के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज देख सकते हो. सो इट इज आल्सो ट्राइंग टू पुल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. इन CN मतलब C ट्रिपल बॉन्ड N है, ये नाइट्रोजन कार्बन के अंदर से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स खींचेगा. दिस कार्बन विल बी पुलिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्रॉम द कार्बन चेन. ओके. सो ऑल these are different electron withdrawing groups. Very important to know the order. Next class में देखेंगे हम why it is very important to remember the order, because you have direct questions on the applications of inductive effect. देखते हैं. आपका होमवर्क ये है, please remember the order of plus A effect तो आसान ही है. Please remember the order of minus A effect and the groups. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We will meet in lecture.